Hopefully this works. What's up, everybody? Just had some trouble getting live on YouTube. Was on Zoom support chat for a couple of minutes. I just want to make sure that we are live. I'm going to post this in the Discord. Okay, perfect. So let me get this in the Discord. I will put it in videos right here. BTC breaking ATH Citibank claims Citibank Analyst 300K prediction. Let's go. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Let's get it started. So I am going to start with some of the news. So I was planning to do this live on Thursday. When I saw all the articles coming out and whatnot, I wanted to do this live on Thursday. And let me put that there too. So like there's a ton of videos that have came out claiming and talking about this analyst, talking about, 300K from Citibank. I was supposed to do this on Thursday, but I went to UPW, Unleash the Power Within, Tony Robbins right there. I'd recommend that for anybody that's trying to, change their life in any aspect, whether it be like stop smoking or take yourself to the next goal or, just having more time in general. So anyways, let's get right into this. I've made it my goal to kind of be here every day, go live every day, post charts every day, and help as many people as I can and enjoy this bull market. Like we're going to realize a lot of profits. So I want to do it together. I'm going to go over some news. I'm going to kind of just show you guys the sentiment of the market, what everybody's, looking at right now. This was a big one. A lot of people I follow made videos on this. A lot of the YouTubers made videos on this. Like I said, I'm a bit late. So Citibank Analyst says that 300K by December 2021. I also forgot to bring up Trillion. Let me bring him up right now. While we do that, yeah, my bad. I've been trying to get this going, but Zoom has, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that later. So another thing is PayPal is buying 70% of all new mined Bitcoin last month and demand rockets. Here's Willy Woo, super smart. This is paid edition. I don't think Willy will care because I'm not going to go deep into this, and I am promoting Willy Woo. So Willy Woo is super smart on-chain analysis. If you want to sign up, it's like 35, 45, maybe $50 a month. And then you can see his on-chain analysis. It's different than our technical analysis. He's looking at things like, he's making his own algorithms. He has his own hedge fund. I got to meet him in Bali. He's probably one of the smartest people I got to meet there. And like, yeah, super smart. We're going to go over just his points, his summary. Price is approaching overextended levels while a predictive on-chain top signature has not yet been formed. So he's saying it doesn't look like there's been a top form. There's no selling, there's no obvious signatures or predictions that there's going to be a pullback. Investors continue to come at unprecedented rates for this macro cycle. Buying pressure is very strong. The latest pump is powered by small retail buyers under FOMO. There are early signs of blow-off top coming, and a top signature may start forming in another week. And it's been a week since he said that. We're going to dive into the technicals and leverage traders to consider deleveraging long positions. So if you're in long, you don't want to add here. You don't want to go deeper into add more leverage. And if you're a spot investor, so if you're just buying Bitcoin, adding it to your portfolio, you should consider waiting for a pullback. And why I wanted to bring this up is because I have so many people coming to me now, oh, I just sold my property. Literally, I have 300K. Should I put it in Bitcoin? And I was like, I've been telling a lot of people for years now, but screw the years. Just even last year when we fell 9K, I got a text saying, you told me to buy Bitcoin at 9K and it is, what is it? 17, 18, it's right here, 18,300. And I'm thinking, why are people trying to dive into the price right now? one, Bitcoin is not a get rich quick scheme. Like, you're not gonna. He's asking me, when should I buy? You know, he saw the City Analyst thing, the Citibank thing, and he's like, oh, Bitcoin's going to 300K. Like, why not just buy now? Even one guy is like, I'll sell my BMW, I'll get 25K, and I'll put it in Bitcoin, or I'll get a line of credit against the car or something, and I'll buy Bitcoin. And I'm like, why are people flocking to it now? I mean, I know the prices have went crazy. That's just human psychology. It's like people are greedy when they see prices go up, and they're fearful when they see it go down. And it just blows my mind. And it's like, just calm down, you know. And we're going to go into Bitcoin. What's this one here? Okay. We're going to go into Bitcoin, and I want to go back to PayPal one more time. Cash App, PayPal, and you see these large funds like GBTC and other funds buying millions, hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin. And like, think about it. Let's just think about it together. They're not like irrational investors. They're not quick to jump on their emotions. You know, PayPal's probably went through like various meetings with all their top directors and whatnot. And to implement Bitcoin, they're not doing this for a year. They're not doing this for 5 years. This is going to be going on for 10, 15, 20 years. When you see these large investors and buying for their funds $100 million in Bitcoin, $200 million in Bitcoin, and they keep buying it up, think about long-term investing strategies that these funds usually do follow, and these traditional funds follow. They're not buying for a year. These guys are buying for 5 years. They're buying for 10 years. They're buying for 15 years. Who knows? Maybe they'll dump it in 5 years when it's, you know, doing super well. What I'm trying to say is the price action right now, I do see a dip, but it's like, I think we're going to keep pushing. So if you're just trying to buy to dump it, you're not seeing the long-term like vision, where Bitcoin, where these companies, PayPal, Cash App, they're buying loads of Bitcoin, and it's not just to dump it next month or in 6 months or 12 months, and then PayPal takes all the Bitcoin away again. No, that's not going to happen. So let's look into the total market cap. And if you guys have any questions, you can post them. You can definitely post them, and I'll answer any question that I see. Companies. Let's get right into the charting. We can see that the crypto total market cap is at 540 billion. I'm going to put this on the weekly, and I'm going to look for some levels of, you know, resistance. Right now we have a weekly 9. We're seeing a weekly 9 on the total market cap. We're seeing the weekly 9 on a Bitcoin, and that just means that the trend is potentially, or the trend has a possibility of changing here, and the trend is wearing off. As you can see, this candle as well, it's like not a doji, but it's almost like I don't want to say stars either, but like you can see the indecision here. Buyers are pushing up, sellers are pushing down, and you can see this is a perfect sell, which I do think crypto market cap might get a pullback here. You can see here the 8, the 9 turned into 1, and we dumped here. You can see, let's see if we have any more. 9 right here. We got a small pullback. This has been like, the total market cap has been kind of just exploding, honestly. If we put this on a line chart, just want to see, maybe we'll see some resistance right here. Actually, we're seeing resistance right here, which is the top in 2000, not the top, but one of the top resistances that we faced in 2017, and that was about 552. So if we just put a line here, and this is kind of, you can see we're getting rejected in this area. And there's a place right here as well, and that one. So you can see that I think that we'll see some pullback, and this is just another sign that Bitcoin people will take profits. Money out of the market cap will, you know, diminish. It will pull back, and you can see people taking profits. But I'm not sure if this is a good time to, take profits. I'm saying I'm not sure if this is a good time to step out of the market. We're in a bull. It's looking bull right now. We've broken all these lower lows, lower highs, and like we're creating higher highs and higher lows now, and we're just pushing into this bull market. So to not expose yourself in Bitcoin, you could miss out a huge move. I wouldn't get greedy. So let's go into the Bitcoin dominance as well. I wanted to see the market cap without Bitcoin so I can see money being transferred into alts. But you can see as well that originally I thought we might be testing this area. Definitely if we go to the weekly, I thought BTC is going to go back to 90%. You can see if we go back to 90%, 71, we test this right here. Where is that? Yeah, so I think we'll slowly, Bitcoin market cap, might take a pullback here, but we're slowly maybe hit the EMA right there, which maybe I'll draw like that. And then we'll slowly start making it to these levels. And I think Bitcoin's just going to dominate. Bitcoin is literally going to dominate the whole market, and a lot of alts are going to be gone. Like if you compare BTC, US, like BTC to your altcoin, like if you're doing the BTC pair, they're going to get crushed when BTC starts pushing $50,000, $100,000. The alts will get crushed. Some will never make it back. And that's like, I mean, a lot of people don't think so. And I'm not sure if we're going to see like how many alt markets are going to see, how many alts are going to push with Bitcoin, and how many are going to get left behind, because a lot will get left behind. Let's get into Bitcoin's analysis. We're going to look on the monthly. So as you can see, the monthly, we're on an 8. It ends in 7 days, and the monthly has just been strong. I looked at a few things when we were trading. First of all, we've been watching this, for a while now, but let's talk about Corona. When this large drop happened, we retraced everything on the monthly, and as soon as I saw the 2/1 complete and kind of, first break this right here, and this retrace, this whole bullish, this is so bullish, right? This candle right here. When we broke that over and then had this push, I knew that we were moving forward, especially on the count up, and then the monthly candles were so huge, and now we're at 7, 8. If we look back here, 8 candle, 9 came. We didn't have that pullback. Even here, an 8 and 9 came on a bull run. We didn't have that pullback. It just continued. But these are so big that I'm slightly expecting a pullback. And on the monthly time frame, you'll see it happen on the smaller time frame first. So if we go to 2 weeks, you can see perfect here, perfect 9 here on the 2 week. That was perfect 9 here as well. This was a long time ago, but this is more recent. So if we can see, that's about, let's take it to the top actually. Let's take it to the top and put it to the bottom, about a 21% drop. So, 15 to 35% is kind of what I'm looking for. If we take the Fibonacci retracement, some people like to put it on the 1 because this is kind of where the change of direction happened here and kind of broke out here. But let's just play around. So this is the top. If it was to pull back here, if 18,989 was the top, and we're going to use it from the bottom here, we can look at this retracement, and like with the bull market, it might not push back down as far as you want it to. 17.3K, 15.9K, and then where a lot of people think it's going to go is the 14.6 mark. And, I highly doubt, it's very possible that we retrace back to 12,500. If we put it on this one where it started kind of the push, and you can see that it kind of broke this high here. So a lot of people like to use this one candle instead of putting it at the lowest point. So let's delete that. You can see that the retracement is not going to be that large if we just hold, like, a lot of bulls are waiting to buy on the pullback. We got 17.6. We have 16.4. This one, 15.2. And then are we back into 14,000? Actually, yeah, 13.4K. So I personally think that we can see 14K. And depending on how much of a shakeout we get, maybe we test 10K and not break below it, and maybe we just hold above it, or maybe we pierce 10K to get a lot of stops, a lot of sells triggered at 999. And I'm thinking that a lot of companies, they're exposed in Bitcoin now, and we're going to see a lot of manipulation. So maybe this is their last chance for them to shake us out. Everybody thinks we're bull. A lot of dumb money is coming in. This candle formation right here is strong in itself. Look at these huge monthly candles, just larger than every month. Like, it's looking ultra bullish. Literally, this is the weekly I meant, on the 2-week candles. It's looking super bullish here. I think it was the 3 white soldiers, and you can see, I'll pull that up. I will pull that up right now. And this is kind of the start to a large move right here. The 3 white soldiers, you'll kind of get maybe a pullback and some sort, maybe halfway here. The 14Ks, that's what I'm thinking. I'm really thinking the 14Ks. We test this level right here. And that's where I'll go long. That's where I'll be pretty confident. I'll obviously want to see some type of I'll want to see some type of like reversal for the upside, maybe a candle, maybe some super strong support. But I could see this actually coming down here on like on a huge drop. And the sentiment of Bitcoin, like, it changes like that. It changes super quick. So let's go on the weekly. Let's go on the weekly. Did you look at BTC logarithmic indicator? It shows the fib levels to a certain extent. I believe it shows 15 and 25K are the next possible targets. No, I didn't look, and I'll do that on the next video, if you don't mind, because I don't have. I didn't look at it, and I didn't put it in the zones. I didn't check the EMAs on the logarithmic indicator, like BTC. Let me just check this. Are you talking about an indicator or the actual chart? Fib extension. There we go. What? I'm not signed in right now? What the hell? I must be signed in. I had to restart. I had to delete all the. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I had to search. I had to. What am I trying to say? I had to delete all, like, clear cache, my cache, however you want to call it, my history, and all that to try and get Zoom working. So it's saying I'm not logged in, and I don't want to log in right now. So let me try BTC log. Let me see if that works. Okay, that's annoying. Glad I'm still able to be charging right now. So let's just go into it. I'll have to log in after. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Let's go into the 1 week. This is where I'm starting to see the 9. Like, this is where I'm starting to see maybe a pullback right here. And let's. My bad about that. I will use that. I'll probably even post those today. And I'll take a look at that for you. So I'm going to take it from here and put it at the top here. In terms of, like, there are different levels of profits, but in terms of my profit levels, that's would be 24.3K. If we did come down here, if this 9 did work. So I'm looking at 2 things now. Let me see if we can see any type of resistance here. No, there's really no other data we could use, honestly. Like, we're almost at all-time highs if we're on the weekly. If I break it down onto, like, the daily, we're going to go back to the weekly quickly. I could probably see, no, even then, man, that was a quick jump up in 2017. There's not much resistance points. No problem. Ready for more contact. Nice. I'm here every day, like, dedicating to this. I'll let you guys know which books I'm getting, what I'm reading, what I'm watching, and all that stuff, so we can all do the same. And I'll just be reposting the content as well. So let me go back to the weekly. Read back to candles. So right now that's at a 9. It's letting me know that the trend is wearing off. It's not over, and it still can push Oh, I want to add indicators here, but I can't. Damn. Okay, so this is a clear like doji. I'd like the body to be a little thinner, but it's clear that there's a lot of indecision here, especially on the weekly. To see this on the weekly, this is going to be like looking like a good setup. Still a long time. What I'd like to do now is like we'd want to like dig deeper into the time frames now. So first of all, here are areas that you can start seeing to buy if we're going to follow this trend. This is like a large impulsive move, but we can put, it's going to be hard, you know. Okay. And maybe this one right here. Okay. Then the overall trend. No, I'll stick with these two. It's the wrong one. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of, if we're gonna hold this uptrend, we don't want to break, in my opinion, we don't want to break this either. We don't want to get lower from this. And that's 12,000. That's the 78.6. Like this would be a nice buy if, depending on where it came. Sorry, it's kind of getting messy now. But this would be a good buy. If it came to the 78.6, that's like one of the best PRZ zones, price reversal zones. But 12,000 would be a huge drop. And I'm fine with that. Actually, it's not bad at all. That's 33% in Bitcoin. That's nothing for Bitcoin to come down. So these would be some levels of buying. But if it starts to come down, you would be kind of catching a knife, a falling knife, without really watching for a better signal to buy. So 16.9K, the 38, 15.7, and then this is the 14K region where a lot of people think we are going to come down to, and we could kind of like, I think we could bounce off one of these trend lines. By then, potentially the moving average would be, somewhere along here as well, the 50, and then the 200. If price, it'd probably be, no, it's got a lot of catching up to do. I don't know where that would be, but probably somewhere around here. I think that the 78.6% mark, if we get there and if we trend on top of this like major resistance and now used it as a support, I wouldn't be going all in, but I would be heavily trading this, buying this area up. Are we going to see it? I doubt we're going to come down to 12. If we come here, I'm just going to be as happy, to be honest. 13.7, 14.3K, something in this region, that'd be a good time to buy. So we're looking on the weekly. We're going to break this down now. What I like to do is take this candle and see, because we'll see it quicker on the smaller time frames than we do on the larger time frames. So I'll take that. I'll go into the 8 days, which is larger than a week. I don't even know I have that. 5 days, you can see something similar as well. We just had the 9, and then you have this red candle as well. You can see a lot of buyers still pushing it up, but it's showing us that there's also a 9 on the 5-day. Let's see what we see on the 4-day. The 4-day, it just blew past the 9. 3-day, we're on a 9. That's about 3 time frames now. You can see here we blew past that as well on the 3-day. On this 9, we just blew past it. Here, though, we do have more of a doji. This is perfect right here. And like what we would be, this is kind of like a 3-candle setup, in my opinion, that you'd want to, if you want to like be certain about it, you have the 9 here, you have the doji, and then we'll get this candle. Where is it? Where's my pencil? Right here. If we create like, honestly, anything like this, oh, what the hell? Why is it? Okay, screw it, I'll use a rectangle. If we create a red one, a red bearish engulfing candle, it's like we have the doji, we have the 9, and then we have the confirmation candle, which would be like this candle. You see it perfectly right here. And it might be too late for you to get into that short trade. So some people even take the short trade here, which is a bit premature in my opinion. So what they'll do is they'll take the short trade here and they'll use this candle as a stop loss, the top of that candle. You know, and some people may use the top of the 8, but in my opinion, it's a bit premature. Let's see what the type of loss is for that. So if we did it from this current price to the high, okay, it's 2.6%. Not bad at all, honestly. And you can like kind of jump into the long, but I like to see more conviction, more confluence on why I'm going to take this trade. The 2-day, not much. That actually is like bullish in my opinion. You can see price dropped, but we like buyers are eating this up. Any drop we get, buyers are eating it up. Even here, small drop, buyers are eating it up. So there's a lot. Oh, there is a lot of volume coming into Bitcoin. There's a lot of volume, but like the top, like why would you jump into this? You can wait for the retracement, and you can see here the 9. There's a lot of indecision in these regions. This is on the daily indecision, pop up. We come down here. The buyers are going hard. Not gonna lie, buyers are coming hard. And this red candle, honestly, could be green because like it didn't dump and didn't hold this price here. We had a lot of buying volume coming as well, but since it's a red candle, you get the red volume. It's showing like selling volume, but this was a lot of buying happening as well. At the end of the day, you can see that it's the move is wearing off. You aren't seeing these big candles. Let's go into the 4-hour. I'm gonna get all this bullshit away. Remove all the drawings. Let's throw MSR. Don't tell me I didn't need to log in. Okay, perfect. MSR went long at 10K on the 4-hour. Let's check the 12-hour actually. Yeah, you can see it's getting a little toppy. Let me get rid of MSR. I don't know why I did that. You got the 9 happening here. You see, like some people may say this is a continuation pattern. You have the 1 push. This is a long push. Even then here, like this is usually you break down from that. Bitcoin's just bulling. Not gonna lie. And like I wouldn't be shorting it. This is where you'd cover your trades. Like Willie Whoop said it. This is where you don't leverage anymore. This is where you stop adding to your position. And for spot traders, like this is not where you buy. And like if you don't have Bitcoin, and if you're just dollar cost averaging, then you follow that strategy. You just buy Bitcoin and you dollar cost at this level. You're just following a strategy. But like for you to like spontaneously come out of the blue to like dump money in and you just have been avoiding all other prices, this is not the time to do it. It might pop up to 21K, 22K. And like you might think, oh, he told me not to buy now. But, you know, I would give this advice to anybody. I would give this advice, even though I thought Bitcoin was going to go up higher, just because I think that doesn't mean it's good advice. You know, and I'm giving you just the best advice I can, not to jump into a market, even though it's a raging bull. So let me move that first. Yeah, this top right here, we had the 9. You can see we are having trouble breaking this, honestly. We have, if this candle finishes on the 12-hour and engulfs this, maybe we can see a pullback to 16.2K. Oh, that's perfect, actually. This is perfect. We come test the other high. We test the other top right here, which has been used as resistance, then support. And if we use it again as support with the 50 EMA, that would be a good time to add to your position, add to your spot. And you just don't do it randomly. You follow your strategy. If that's every time it taps the EMA right here, you add to it. And if you didn't get a chance to add to it, you're not going to just guesswork. So that's on the 12-hour. Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour, we got the 9. A lot of indecision here. Well, this is like a thrust up. What this did was activate a ton of orders. And it's like breakaway traders right here, because a lot of people probably had their top And once it breaks the top, you have a lot of breakaway traders. So what this did is a classic thrust up, activate trades, and come down. So, you know, a lot of people got wiped here. You can see that. Their trades got activated, and then it came down to the low of 17.65, almost tapping the CMA, and then coming back to test this. So if we test it for a third time, we could break this, but it could just as likely come down here. I'm just taking a look at it. If we look at MSR here, I just want to show you this crazy long. I mean, that went long at 9,600. You could have added here. You added here. It still hasn't hit your stop loss. You added here. And then from there on, you don't add unless you're adding on every 50 EMA. But I like the 200 on the 4 hour, and you're in crazy profits. Unfortunately, I was too busy in my side business, and I was just focusing on that. So right now, there's no way I'm going to ever miss a move like that, because this is what I'm going to be doing pretty much full time now. Let's look at the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is starting to show me the price is coming down. And what I can see is like we've broken below the 50 EMA, and we've broken below it twice. We are seeing higher lows though. So this, I don't want to say, is building into an ascending triangle. Ascending triangles are stronger when you see them at bottoms, not tops. So this could easily break out above, or this could be a fake way down to the below, because not only is it ascending triangle, though, we have higher lows coming in here. But notice that I think, which is more important actually, that the top here, higher low, lower high. You have a lower high here, and that took it out. But I want to see if we get rejected on this around here in the 1 hour, and I'll be more convinced that the move's starting to break down. It's starting to break down, and prices are starting to come down. That's why I like checking lower time frames. On the higher time frame, you don't see the noise. You just see the bigger picture. The lower time frame, I'll come down to see, like, is the move happening? The nines are happening on different time frames. On a 5-day, on the 3-day. Glad I am full time. Yeah, I'm super glad as well. This, honestly, if you dedicate, just the next 6, 12, 18 months, I honestly think that you change your life for the rest of, you can change your financial, position for the rest of your life. And this will give us the opportunity to do so. And I know, like, with Corona, it's been hard for a lot of people. So maybe this gives you, just look at things differently. Maybe it gives you enough time to just focus on the charts. And like, we are more dedicated than ever now. So we have TK as well that's willing to help. We're going to make some training with him. And like, man, he's up $1 million USD on XRP trade. $1 million USD. That's 1.35 Canadian. Like, that's life-changing money in 10 days. That's, I have another coach, and I'm watching him. He's doing $100,000 days, $100,000 days. He just did like 250K. And bro, TK just did $1 million. And like, it's just crazy. So proximity is power. You got to just model what he's doing and like, just keep at it. And he didn't do it in a year. He didn't do it for 2 years. He's been at it, and a lot of you guys have been at it as well. So if you don't quit, you'll get to your destination. I'm seeing, some rejection on Bitcoin. I want to see if we get blocked around here, and kind of see if we break this triangle as well. I do expect for it to dump. Not like a crazy dump, but like for prices to start coming down. We're clearly getting rejected at this top, and you can see MSR with the darkened cloud. It's letting you know, like, you should be taking profits here. And this is where you should be selling. So, but like you see, you could take profits here, dump back down to the 200 EMA, keep buying, take profits, buy here if you got lucky. I don't know if that hit. No, not necessarily. So, and what I mean sell is you're not selling your whole position. 1-2 combo, the 1-2 Mayweather. Okay, I like that. You're not selling your whole position. You're never selling your whole position in a bull run. A lot of people are asking, when should I take profits? When should I sell? And like, take profits, okay. Take profits on a trade, okay. But if you want to sell your Bitcoin, right now, just to try to get Bitcoin at 16K, I wouldn't recommend it. And like, I know I'm saying we're gonna see a pullback, but like, it's hard. And not only hard, I'm not going to say it's impossible, because like that's what all of us are training to do, to buy low, sell high, get in, sell it, get into a pullback. But like a lot of times when people try to sell their Bitcoin at higher and buy lower, they screw it up and they lose Bitcoin. So if you want to add to your portfolio, okay. But if you want to like sell, I'm not going to discourage anybody from doing it, but in my opinion, I think you should have a little bit more knowledge of understanding of trading, so you can spot like when to get in, because that might happen like this, and happen like that. And like when you sold, you just want to get right back in, and it gets stressful, and then you just emotionally trade, and you want to remove all that. So if you guys are looking at so I'll show you an example. I took my trade on XRP here, and it's not $1 million. And I'm still learning how to trade on this Forex, on this Forex brokerage that I'm using right now. And I'm not even sure if like I should be showing this, to be honest, like my account stuff. I have no idea, to be honest. A lot of people try to hack me, but there's not much in my Forex account. So you can see my profits at 260. I'm going to go over taking profits with you guys. Move my face out of there. So I got my trade in right here. I thought, this, as we've been talking, you can see, how do I control F? You can see that once it broke this, I wanted to buy on the pullback. I got in on the pullback right here. And like, this was probably one of my best entries. But where did I screw up? Since I'm not sure how to use the Forex brokerage, I put in like 0.1. I don't even know what that, I put in 0.1. Yeah. And like that's a tenth of a lot. TK has like 25, 30 lots traded, and it should have been bigger, but you can't kick yourself for that. So this is where my take profit is. This is where my stop loss is. My stop loss originally was here, because if it broke this zone, and not only broke this zone, but traded under it, then I'm going to take the loss. And it's cool because it shows you your loss automatically. So I'm going to show you guys what I was seeing. If we go into the 4 hour, is this the 4 hour now? Perfect. So once the price went up, and we started to trade above this, then I literally moved. Oh, where's my stop loss? I moved my stop loss above, and I just left it right under, because once we started moving above here, and then we broke the previous like area of support, the previous zone, then the move is done. The move is retraced. Like if you take a fib, like right here, if you take a Fibonacci, let's just go here. And the move comes like this through the 100%, mark. If we retrace 100% of the move, the break of structure is gone. That move's done. You don't even want to be in there. Like then it's being choppy. That specific move is done. And you can just see something like, I don't know, that's just random. So that's my reasoning. I'm moving it with the zones. So let's go with the hour then. And then we can see that we broke. This was after I left it there for a while, because now I'm in a free trade. I'm in a free trade, and I'm in profits. What is it? $15 profit here. And then when we got here, I literally put it at, when we broke above this, I was comfortable to put it right here over this, because we broke up and we didn't trade. And it got close. It really got close. I thought, oh, the trade's going to be done. I thought my stop loss is going to be hit. So you can see, then I could see, okay, $125 profit. And then I wanted to put it just above here now, because we cleared this zone, and we may then likely come back and test this. But I wanted to put myself at about 40% profit, which my account started at $500. I had a $500 account, and now this has locked me in at 40% profit. Yeah, I could put it somewhere here, and I can risk I can give myself more breathing room. But like I want to secure 40%. So I put it at $200. And that's like, you need to know what your targets are. 10% a day, 20% a day, it just sounds crazy. You can't get greedy. This is how I lost out on ECA. This is why I didn't sell 45 Bitcoins at the top, because I was greedy and I thought it's going to 100. And then I wrote it back down to 15 sats. Then it went back to 30 and I got to sell. I sold majority 99. Talking about ECA, I'm actually staking this still, but I sold, and I'm holding some for my brother and things like that. But I sold about 90% of my ECA, and it's a shit coin now. Thank God I sold it. And that was one of my most profitable trades. I pulled 15 Bitcoins plus 3, about 18 Bitcoins from ECA, and I still have like maybe $500 worth now. It's not much, but that was my most profitable trade to date, not gonna lie. So I'm going to leave it at this zone. And I think that it will test back this zone. I know I said leave it under, but I'm happy with where it's at now. I want to get my 40% and I don't care where it hits. And then if we go to the weekly, you can see like this is my take profit. My take profit was originally it was at 41 cents. But why would I jump out of a winning trade? Like, you want to cut your losers quick. You cut your losers quick, but you ride the winners. And on the weekly, you can see that my sell target's actually right here. So if we give back this week movement, I'm fine. And I want to show you on the daily quickly as well. On the daily, if we retrace back this whole move, which XRP does, I'm fine with that, man. I'm just moving my profits up and up. Usually I have friends who move it to half the bar. If it's a big bar, they put it at half of it because they want to realize those profits. So my take profit, which was this one, was at 41 cents. But every time I saw a pump, I kept moving it up. And now I have it at, like, I wanted to put it at 95 cents. 95 cents, and you can see actually right here is better because you can see that it's hitting a lot of wicks here. This uses as support, used as resistance. So I think that we'll use this place as support and resistance. But if we clear here, if price clears here, I'll move my take profit. Into this zone, and I'll push my stop loss, or I'll push my actual take loss profit higher and higher, because I don't want to like risk taking profit earlier. I'll keep securing profits. So right now I have $200 secured, 40% of my account, and I'm just going to keep securing profits. If it pulls back and wipes me out, I'm not greedy. I'm super happy with 40%, and that compounds. I'll look for the next trade and I'll compound that, and my account will only compound. So I have my take profit just, where did I say? I have my take profit right here as of now, and it'll test that area if it keeps going. Yeah, we'll go deeper and deeper into like where to put your stop losses, entries, where to enter, try and get the perfect entry and things like that, because my Forex coach, which is in TK, he has some of the best entries I've seen, and it's like 40 hours to dig deep into his stuff, which like I'm going to be doing this week. Like that's what I'm immersing myself into, and I'm able to recreate his content, obviously, in my own teachings and my own examples in crypto, and he's cool with that. So I'm gonna try to pinpoint like solid entries, solid exits, and then like always be happy. Like what he teaches is like 30 pips, but like that's 30 points on a Forex move. It's different. So let's just say that's 5%. Or 2.5%. Have your stop loss there and have your take profit there. Like get used to playing the whole move out. We don't want to sell early, even on Bitcoin. On Bitcoin, people are like, when should I take profit? Let the market decide that for you. How does that take profit on Coinbase? I'll have to look at Coinbase, and I don't recommend you trade there. So I'll have to look on Coinbase, but I just highly recommend you find a better exchange. You find a better exchange, which we can recommend some too, but which I'll go into. So you can see here as well, this is like this TP was used as previous resistance here, resistance here. It broke above. That was a false. That's a false move. Bear trap, bull trap actually broke above, and you had this solid engulfing. Anyways, so you can see that this was used as solid support. Now this might be used as resistance. I know I said I'm going to go into Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. I'm gonna actually like do those. I'm gonna do those on a chart. Like I'm gonna do those, chart them up because I have to log into my trading view, and I'm gonna post them all in the Discord. But I don't think even Coinbase, if you're not using Coinbase Pro, I don't think you can put stop losses. I think you can only put buy orders or like sell orders. So like sell at 25,000 or sell at 20,000. If you try to sell it at lower, you might actually like you might market order, or worse, you might actually sell it at that rate, which I think a lot of exchanges have fixed that. They don't allow you to sell at a cheaper rate than the market orders. So that's what I wanted to show you guys on XRP. With Bitcoin, pretty much the same. When it breaks these zones, you know that it's going to come down unless you just got wicked out just randomly. But these are the zones like I would follow. So you can see here, like this exact, especially here, when we broke this zone, you can put your stop loss under that. We never came back. Same with here, never came back. Same with here, we never came back. This one's a cool one because you can see we tested it. We tested it very nicely and on the 200 EMA. And you can see on a bull market, like you don't want to miss your opportunity. And they're all very similar. They go up, they hit resistance, they come break down 50 EMA, hit the 200 EMA, look for support. You can see more of like higher lows forming to make the triangle form, and then it breaks out. And then you can always just raise your stops, raise them from wherever you had them, and just keep raising it with the market. But you have the like worry of potentially, if you put it too close and you start like, I can put where is it? If we go here, put it on the 1 hour, I can put my stop loss, like I can keep going, I can keep going. But like, and that's what I used to do. Like I'd follow the move, and I'd keep like raising it. But like you get swiped out, and then the move keeps going. So I learned like you need to give it some breathing room. A lot of emotion psychology and like human emotions like start fogging your brain up and your thought process and your actions. And it's like, yeah, you gotta like kick the greed away, and you gotta kick these emotions away, and like just kind of trade like a robot, and that's why it's like I'm locking in 10% at a time. I locked in 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, and I can't like lock in 50% right here. It's at 269. If I locked in around 250 profits, the spread is too small. I'm diminishing that breathing room, and I'm happy like at the 40%, and I don't want to be too greedy to go to 50%. So when it gets to the 60, 70%, I'll keep raising it, and I'll keep pushing my take profits. And that's pretty much it. Some take profits, like if I watch a move for crypto or another coin, like Dogecoin, for example, if my take profit is 60%, Dogecoin, Dogecoin on the weekly. Wow. Okay, that was a good buy. You can see here, this is like the 3 formation candle I was talking about. You can see some volume when we haven't had volume in a minute either. For weeks, this is actually more buying volume than we had since August. So you can see here that when I have a TP for things like Dogecoin, like if my TP is here, I'll take the profit. If my TP is here, I'll take the profit. But with Bitcoin, it's moving into prices like that are not even discovered yet. And with XRP, which were so low, XRP is at like 25 cents when we got in, and now it's 50 cents, and it's all-time high, $3.50. We still have a ton of room. And I just look for like huge areas that we need to break. So this is what I shared in the Discord before it broke out like that. I said, look, this resistance, we had heavy resistance here. And what I like to do, I go into the line chart, and then I go on to the weekly. And I tell you, we have heavy resistance here. Oh. heavy resistance, heavy resistance, heavy resistance, and it's been used as resistance to support. So I was watching that clearly, and I was posting that, okay, we broke through the first, we broke through the second, and then just shot up. And TK said, if we break the 35% range, we're shooting up right up to 50. Like, I don't know how he knows those things. Well, maybe because there's actually no huge support or resistance until this mark. So that's why my next marks would be like looking on the line chart, and I like to look on the weekly, and then I can see like heavy areas of support and resistance. So we broke that, and the next would be here. So, and what you can see is like, I can guarantee this would be a take profit for somebody. Like, look at this. So I'm going to put a mark there, a line there. Look at this though. The line chart hasn't gotten there, but I can bet you $100 the price has reached there. You know, if I go back to candle, oh damn, I lost $100. Lost $100. Glad nobody took me up on that offer. But you can see here, and I'll show you guys more examples because I was super confident, and I'm not confident for no reason. Here's a good example. You can see here the top resistance was here. The candle went all the way. The candle went all the way. The candle here, that thrusted all the way. And you see it with XRP here as well, here as well. And I'm going to show you guys examples of that. But like, I can almost guarantee that where those lines are using the line chart, a candle wick will hit it. It'll test it. It'll hit it first, and then it'll pull back. And that's like with Dogecoin, which I was going back to my original like comment on that. With Dogecoin, I'm not going to try and let this run. I don't want to be too greedy. And that's like with these other coins that, you know, you try to be too greedy, but like a TP here from where the price is here, that's 242%. And if I bought Doge at 20 sats, 17 sats, 18 sats, like I have to be happy with where my original analysis was. And if I have my TP here, that's 416%. Even if you got in at the low here, which we pointed out, there was major support here. That's about 26%, which is crazy, literally crazy to see in that short a period of time. Now with Dogecoin, it happens all the time. But and you can see here when we didn't take profits, it just came down quickly. So there's like different coins, there's different ways you should be doing it, in my opinion. And if it breaks above here, you can you can definitely keep raising the stop loss. Like I would do that. I would leave my TPs in place though, just because there's not much level of growth, especially against sats. And if it did go to 188 sats, all right, I already gained 100 to 200 sats. I'm not going to be like crying over that, or 100 to 200x. But with XRP, look at the move. Like, look at how much growth it has. And I'm not a big fan of XRP. I really am not. But you can see, like, you know, this is not much in relation to the top here, or the next resistance, the next resistance. And this is cool here because I just look at areas of support and resistance. And this is, if we broke it down here, probably find some, but this is used as support, broke down, support here, broke down, resistance, heavy resistance, and price almost thrusted up here. So this level is kind of literally where I'm expecting XRP to go. And I don't say to FOMO in, like it's just taking off on the weekly, on the monthly. This is strong. This is a strong weekly. And that's why I was pointing out that this is grinding on the 200 EMA. This is the 50 EMA actually. And not only that, it started to curve up. And on the daily, I saw the same thing. Let's take the MSR off. I saw the same thing on the daily, that it's grinding. It was, you know, breaking above, breaking below, breaking above, and then it was grinding on it. And these are slowly pointing up. I looked on the smaller time frames. TK was super bullish on it too, so that's how I jumped into the trade. But you can see here, that's an example of this resistance here. This gets wicked down and tested. So you can use that as a buy. You won't see the candle formulate here, but you'll see the wick. Price hits it like that, gets rejected, and on to the next on to the next zones, and we can find zones in these levels, but you know, XRP has room to grow. That's why I keep moving it. But on things like Dogecoin, Sia Coin, you know, Sia Coin, I'd be happy to take profits at 100%, at 50%. And I'm not gonna try my best to ride that to the top here. I'll keep taking profits on these coins. And Sia Coin got beaten up as well. I think like that's pretty much it for this live. I'm gonna go into actually marking up the charts now to post in the Discord. So I'm gonna mark up Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, and any other coins you guys want. Pretty much I'm waiting for a pullback. Yeah, I could jump up a little bit, but pretty much waiting for that pullback. 300K from Citibank Analyst. Highly believe in it. Just don't FOMO into it. That's what a lot of people are doing now. A lot of people are throwing money into it because PayPal jumped in, Citibank Analyst. But like, you know, follow where the money's going. These corporations don't do this short. They're not short-sighted. So follow where the money's going. And we're seeing a lot of shift into crypto, Bitcoin. Just don't lose. SC's my baby. I know, man. That was a nice trade previously. You got done in there. And like there's going to be maybe a nicer setup on that. I'm just so torn about like, when is this going to be a real alt market, or is Bitcoin just going to kind of shoot out? If Bitcoin retraces here, I think a lot of alts will grow. If Bitcoin retraces to 14K, 12K, I think a lot of alts will blow up. But when we break all-time high and then start pushing to 30, 40, 50K, I don't know if alts are going to be around. Like, you know, Doge, it'll take a long time for SC, Doge, and all these other correlated alts with Bitcoin to maybe get its spot back, but to hold its level, they're going to have to be, a lot of money is going to have to be pouring into it. And like I said, PayPal is buying 70% of all new mined Bitcoin, and they're going to be only keep buying it with so many more users that are exposed to it. Cash App's buying all the new mined Bitcoin they can as well. And you have all these funds like just buying up Bitcoin. They're not buying up Dogecoin, Sia Coin, XRP, EOS. Like they're just buying Bitcoin. I mean, they are probably buying XRP, Litecoin, the top 5, top 10 coins to offer to their clients, but they're not buying all these other alts that you're seeing people are promoting. A top exchange for the US, I'm going to have to look because they keep Bittrex. Bittrex is good, and if I'm pretty sure they have US Binance. If they don't have US Binance, then I would use Bittrex. Aside from that, I'll look for top crypto exchanges in US, and then I'll let you know which ones. Kraken as well. Kraken I heard was great. You want to maybe double check on that. I'm not sure if they got hacked recently. Bittrex is cool as well. And then Bitstamp. Just want to see their I know they're a Coinbase, so let's look at the markets. So even with Bitstamp, you can, I'm pretty sure, put in your pro traders. Yeah, you see, with this kind of dashboard right here, you can place your longs, not your longs. You can put buy order, sell order, take profit, sell profit. So if you want to use something like Bitstamp, there's Kraken, there's Binance. It says Binance. So if you can use Binance, that's not bad. And then those are the ones I'd recommend, to be honest. Kraken, Binance, Bitstamp, and Bittrex. So if you want to like see what you're more you know, Bittrex maybe yeah. So that's pretty much it. Aside from that, I expect a lot of these. Like we're gonna go hard. We're not leaving again. I know we've been in and out, and I owe a lot of the original members a lot, to be honest, for sticking here. Some of the original members I refunded, and like I refunded them last year, even though like I've been trying to go at this, and you know, some people aren't happy, and I try to keep people as happy as possible. And you know what? I refunded them, and I gave them a entry back into it for free, just so I could make up for disappearing. I mean, if you guys ask me now, it's a bit longer, so I'm going to do my best to make sure that all you guys are profitable traders if that's what you guys want to do. And when we start throwing these events, which was the goal from the start, with Corona out of the way, we'll do the first ones in, Toronto, Canada, Ottawa, maybe, and then move it to the States. And what I was going to do is invite all the original members to all of them until it sticks. You know what I mean? And not only that, I was gonna, excuse my language. When I start hitting trades like TK, it's my promise to have an event going on, and I am going to bring all the members. And if I have to pay for their tickets, the serious members who stuck around, I will pay for their flights, and they'll have the whole experience and tell as many times as they need to succeed. And like, hold me accountable to that when I start hitting these trades like TK, even when it gets to 100K, 500K. And like, you know what I mean? It's not a one-time thing. I've been watching TK. I've been talking to him. We've been training together. And he's been doing this for the last couple of years. I mean, I don't know how often the 6 figures consistently is, but even 6 months ago, he was hitting 6 figures consistently. And like, that's 6 figures a week. That's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 150, 200K in a week on the trades he was showing me. And if you're able to do that, consistently, confidently, and, trading the same assets, it's a skill nobody can take from you. And I've seen him do it. And I've seen my other mentor, Q, do it as well. He started on $100 days, $300 days, $1,000 days, $10,000 days, $50,000 days. And now he's doing $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 days. Didn't hit the $1 million like TK did, which is literally my goal on my board, to start hitting the consistent $10,000, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million days. And there's no reason why I can't show you guys how I do it, or I can't share you like the knowledge that I got and maybe put it in a better way. As Tony Robbins says, cut decades into days. And if it takes that long, there's nothing stopping me. I've dedicated everything to do this now. So that's pretty much it. I'm kind of just blabbering on this YouTube video, which this should be more private stuff for you guys. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to get onto the charts. Then I got this book, Beyond Candlesticks. If you guys want to learn candlesticks, Steve Neeson has a great book. And I'll take 1K days. Trust me, when you start hitting $100 days and $1,000 days, you'll be you'll be as happy as hitting the 10K days, because it's coming. You have the skill to do it, and it's just that feeling, the process. You know what I mean? It's that process of just like evolving and getting better, and that could be in health, that could be trading. And as a trader, I feel like it's like a life thing. Everything can't explain it. It's just like you just want to move forward as a better person, as a better trader. Your mindset, your all that kind of just aligns, and it just moves forward. So this is Beyond Candlestick. There's a good book, and it's the one before that. It's like the beginner for candlesticks. I have that. I'll post that in the Discord. I have the PDF file. And not only that, I made videos of every chapter. And when I read this, I'll make videos of every chapter. I'll not only make videos of every chapter, I'll use the techniques on the actual cryptograph, and I'll show you how to use them on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and all that good on all that good stuff. So that's pretty much it for today.